Humans survive after their souls stop moving. That sentence should not exist. Our science erased such myths before my species invented cities. Yet I watched it happen. I am Examiner Kelt of the Galactic Learning Authority. I inspect military academies. I measure fear. I calculate obedience. I record weakness. Humans never fit inside my equations. That is why I believe they were defective. Not dangerous, just effective. The Academy floated above the ash giant Nerith. Every species sent its strongest young. War hatchlings, hunter heirs, future officers. Only one human arrived, a small female. No armor, no escort, no visible weapons. She carried an old canvas backpack. She smiled. I assumed the smile meant surrender. It always meant surrender among civilized minds. I was wrong. That would become a very expensive mistake. Our combat instructor was Master Vorex. He belonged to the Iron Scale Dominion. 8 feet tall, bone-white armor plates, 4 arms, 2 hearts, 1 reputation. He claimed 23 confirmed human kills. No one questioned him. His trophies decorated the classroom walls. Human dog tags, burned helmets, broken rifles. He enjoyed pointing at them. The predators of Earth bleed like everyone else. The room laughed. The human girl remained silent. I concluded silence meant fear. It never occurred to me. She simply had no interest in proving anything. Her file confused me. Name: Emily Carter. Age: 19 Earth cycles. Threat rating: 2. Impossible. Most Deathworld species ranked above 7. Humans barely reach 2. Administrative error, I assumed. The first lesson tested endurance. Gravity increased. 2 times. 3 times. 5. Several cadets collapsed immediately. Emily adjusted her backpack straps. Nothing else. I noted abnormal muscle density. Still manageable. Vorex increased the field again. 7 times standard gravity. The insect cadets fainted. The reptilian screamed. Emily stretched her shoulders. Then, she yawned. A predator displaying boredom before punishment. Impossible. I marked her behavior as psychological denial. That explanation comforted me. It was also completely false. Vorex noticed. He smiled. Predators smile before feeding. I knew that. Humans smiled for entirely different reasons. I would learn that later. Human. Emily looked up. Remove the backpack. She shook her head. No. One word. Quiet. Respectful. Not afraid. The classroom froze. No student refused Vorex. Ever. He laughed. So the monkey carries lucky stones. More laughter. Emily sighed. I was told not to. Again, I misunderstood. I believed another human ordered her. Humans obeyed hierarchy. Simple. Predictable. That belief lasted another 4 minutes. Vorex stepped closer. He grabbed one shoulder strap. Emily did not resist. Interesting. Submission at last. He pulled. Nothing moved. He pulled harder. Still nothing. The floor cracked beneath his feet. The backpack remained attached. The class became silent. I scanned the object. Weight estimate. Error. Rescanning. Error. Third scan. Mass exceeded Academy calibration limits. That could not be correct. The backpack weighed more than a transport vehicle. No biological creature should carry it. Especially not casually. Especially not while yawning. Vorex's smile disappeared. He activated hydraulic strength enhancers. Metal joints screamed. Veins bulged beneath armored scales. The bag moved. 1 centimeter. Emily frowned. Please don't. Why would she protect luggage? Humans formed emotional bonds with meaningless objects. Primitive behavior. I store that conclusion. It would embarrass me later. Vorex roared. His full strength erupted. The shoulder strap snapped. The backpack fell. The academy shook. 3 floors collapsed beneath the classroom. Emergency sirens screamed. Dust exploded upward. Every gravity stabilizer failed simultaneously. The backpack had punched through reinforced alloy like a meteor. Silence. Emily stared into the hole. Oh, that single sound carried more concern than panic. She climbed down. Not to escape. To retrieve the backpack. Why? Why save equipment during structural collapse? I followed. The bag rested 5 levels below. Untouched. The floor around it had folded inward. Emily lifted it using one hand. One hand. She apologized to the maintenance drones. Apologized. To machines. My translator malfunctioned twice before accepting the words. I concluded humans worship tools. Another mistake. Repairs lasted 3 hours. Training resumed immediately. Vorex had changed. Barely. His voice carried something new. Caution. He announced, live combat simulations. Perfect. Now reality would expose the human. Strength alone never won battles. Instinct mattered. Discipline mattered. Experience mattered. The arena filled with holographic predators. Fast. Invisible. Venomous. Designed using extinct nightmare species. Most cadets survived 40 seconds. Emily lasted 20. Then every sensor reported fatal damage. Neck puncture. Chest rupture. Organ failure. Simulation over. Exactly as expected. I almost smiled. Humans broke. Eventually, the body collapsed. Medical drones approached. Then, Emily sat up. The drone stopped. The simulation had ended. Fatal wounds remained displayed. She blinked. Was that all? No one answered. The medical computer declared impossible biological activity. I blamed software corruption. Machines fail. Reality does not. Except, reality kept failing around humans. Vorex ordered another simulation. This one lasted longer. Again, Emily died. Again, she stood. Third simulation. Same result. Fourth. Same. Fifth. She finally looked annoyed. You guys reset too slowly. Too slowly? She treated death like delayed transportation. No species behaved this way. No sane creature accepted repeated fatality. Vorex dismissed the class. No one spoke. That frightened me more than screaming. Predators become silent only before disaster. I followed Emily through the academy corridors. She entered the cafeteria, ordered tea, sat beside a tiny aquatic cadet everyone ignored. The child trembled constantly. Most students mocked him. Emily shared half her meal. Interesting. Predators rarely fed weaker creatures. Perhaps humans fatten prey first. Logical. Cold. Efficient. The aquatic child smiled. Emily smiled back. Neither attempted violence. Again, my theory cracked. Vorex entered moments later. The room emptied instantly. Only Emily remained seated. She continued drinking tea. Without looking up, the instructor stopped beside her. I've killed your kind. Emily nodded. I know. No anger. No fear. Only certainty. I buried friends too. Vorex leaned closer. So you hate me. Emily finally looked into his eyes. No. That answer confused even me. Predators always remembered blood. Always. She stood, picked up her backpack. I just hope you've changed. Then she walked away. Voice what's his hair leave? For the first time since I had known him, his hands were shaking. I assumed guilt had weakened him. I was wrong. He was not remembering the humans he had killed. He was remembering one human who had survived. The shaking never stopped. Not in Vorex's hands. Not in my thoughts. I told myself it was exhaustion. Combat instructors lived under enormous stress. That explained everything. It explained nothing. The next morning, the academy entered lockdown. No warning. No explanation. Steel doors sealed every corridor. Defense drones filled the air. Someone important had arrived. Naturally, I assumed an admiral. Instead, one elderly human stepped through the main gate. Gray hair. Simple clothes. No armor. No weapon that I could detect. He carried a small metal case. Emily smiled. She actually looked relieved. My mentor is here, she said. Mentor? Impossible. That fragile creature could barely survive our atmosphere. The academy commander personally greeted him. Even Vorex stood silently. I concluded the old human possessed political authority. Another incorrect conclusion. The commander led us into the central hall. The old human placed the metal case on the floor. He opened it. Inside rested a cracked ceramic cup. Nothing more. The commander asked carefully, "Is this really the one?" The human nodded. It belonged to my daughter. The room became strangely quiet. Emily lowered her head. Even Vorex refused to move. I searched the records. The cup contained no technology, no explosives, no hidden transmitter. Worthless. Humans confused sentiment with value. Primitive. That was my final incorrect conclusion. The old man finally spoke. You think humans fight because they enjoy it. Nobody answered. You think kindness makes us weak. Silence. You think survival is our greatest instinct. He looked directly at Vorex. It isn't. I waited for the obvious answer. Dominance. Territory. Revenge. Instead, he said, we survive because we carry each other. The sentence made no biological sense. Natural selection rewarded individuals, not shared burdens. Yet every record of Emily contradicted my certainty. She carried impossible weight. Shared food, protected strangers, apologized to machines. She never acted alone. She acted as though everyone around her mattered. The old man picked up the cracked cup. My daughter died protecting children. Vorex's breathing changed. I detected elevated stress hormones. The human continued. She saved lives she never knew. Emily stepped beside him, without speaking, without ceremony. Just standing there somehow changed the room. Vorex finally whispered, I remember. No one interrupted. I thought she was finished. His voice sounded smaller than I had ever heard. I left the battlefield. The old man nodded once. You did. I watched the explosion. You did. There was nothing left. The human smiled sadly. You never looked underneath. Every I turned toward Emily. She quietly reached into her backpack. I instinctively prepared for a weapon. Instead, she removed an old photograph. A young woman stood beside the elderly man. She wore a rescue uniform. She smiled exactly like Emily. My mother, Emily said softly. Vorex stumbled backward. His face lost all color. Impossible. Emily looked at him without hatred. You taught me something. He could barely speak. What? Never assume a human is finished. No alarm sounded. No battle erupted. No revenge came. Only silence. It was somehow heavier than war. Vorex slowly removed the trophies from his armor. One by one, he placed every human tag on the floor. I was proud, he admitted. I thought fear created strength. The old human shook his head. No. What does? The answer came from Emily, giving someone else a reason to stand. I searched every psychological model in the Academy database. None predicted this outcome. The strongest human had not defeated an enemy. She had defeated certainty. Mine. Vorex's. Perhaps the galaxy's. As the lockdown ended, cadets from every species walked together into the training grounds. No orders. No commands. No hierarchy. Just a strange new understanding I still could not calculate. I came to the Academy believing humans survived because they refused to die. I left knowing something far more unsettling. Humans survive because they make everyone around them refuse to give up. I came to the Academy believing humans survive because they refuse to die. I left knowing something far more terrifying. Humans do not survive because they are stronger. They survive because every human carries another human's fight inside them. As our shuttle departed, I looked back one last time. Emily never watched us leave. She was already helping another frightened cadet stand. In that moment, I finally understood the greatest mistake our galaxy had ever made. We thought Earth had produced soldiers. It had been producing survivors all along. And if survivors like Emily were only students, I prayed I would never meet their teachers. If this story kept you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more epic HFY sci-fi stories. Tell us in the comments, what would you do if you met a human like Emily? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure across the galaxy.